Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age Powers 4 replay. Spawn north side as Red English, we have Dragevann. Spawn south side as Blue Roost, we have DivineDFP. Since we do have a Roost player here, let's go back out of caster mode, get the Roost player selected, and keep an eye on the trade bounties. Gold being collected up normal, got some exotic doggos being found. Some of these forest puppers have gone down, this one has been untouched. The English does find these deer, and this deer has not been found just yet. It appears that, okay, Red has gone for a second scout. Now it's starting to hit some of these other deer there. I just realized something as well, need to make sure I have rumble up so I can see the comments, and now these scouts are engaging each other. Blue is now deploying out the Kremlin, pretty standard. Blue does find another dog there. You now have enough trade bounties for tier 2. So you're willing to get out a high trade house to get anywhere close to tier 3. So killing off 2 boar will help out that. Trying to collect the stone and wood here. Very nice. Scout does spot this, which will result in eyeing for a second town center sooner rather than later. We've got the Abbey Kings now deployed on the field. We've got the King now deployed on the field, trying to make his way around. Of course, the King can be forced back by the militia from the Kremlin. King is advancing forward. You have a scout here. Now the King's going to make his charge with the Kremlin here. It does act as a wooden fortress. Does get it firing. The King only has 2 pierced armor, so it takes quite a bit of damage from those arrows. Oh, and I hear something else. It does take out that scout as well. Kremlin also becomes starts off fully upgraded as well, so it has like 11 damage per arrow, something really high. The King has received quite a bit of damage there, needs to fall back. The Abbey can help out with healing as well as him being out of combat. Militia has another 30 seconds before they die from a heart attack. And we do have the second town center being placed right there, or right there. And if you look over here, this is one of Blue's wood deposit. If he collects that one up nice and early, that'd be great. He has 2 wood deposits down here, so a trade house right here will be very good. So if he collects up wood here first, this could provide him some better opportunity later on for the high trade house down here to provide some good income. We're going to fast forward the moment. The King is the only thing that the English player has deployed on the field, and of course just scouts for the roofs. And there's the lumber camp there, providing some extra wood drop off as well, thanks to the Kremlin. Another town center being pulled up by Red, very nice. Those are both sides designed to eco. We've got textiles and survival techniques. Has the English player gone for survival techniques? No, he does not. He does have a mill out nice and early, which will provide some excellent food income from these farms. These farms will provide a faster collection rate than deer. Additionally, the fact that he doesn't have survival techniques, it makes it so that he will definitely get a lot more food from those farms than deer. The King's now trying to advance him forward. Going to try to shank the King. The King does get stuck right there. He's going to force him fight. Got militia also stabbing him as well. The King does escape on out of there. And we do got, it looks like a full mill being put on the field. Europe here could be claimed. They're in a pretty good position to be collected by a single town center. Putting mill right here would also be a good collection.
Готово идти.
We do now have this scout receiving a bit of fire from the scout. And let's go and just fast forward a little bit since it's just right now back to the eco phase. The King still roaming around, gets good health regen, advancing a little bit too far close to this town center. We'll save a lot of damage from the town center here. Its damage will be 6 damage per arrow, so it'll be 4 damage each, and the King does take quite a bit of damage there. Blue scout does go down. It does have a good number of longbowmen now being put on the field. English now planning to put some aggression. Blue does, of course, have 3 town centers, will provide some excellent village production for his opponent. He may be eyeing for the King's, not King's Abbey, King's Palace in order to get additional town center going. He does have enough to age up now. Where is the King's Palace going up? Right there. Bruce player is still a little bit far behind to go for the next age. He needs some more people on gold. He has a good amount of food income coming on in, so let's go and fast forward a little bit. We got a good number of knights now deployed on the field. Over here, the scout received a bit of fire there. Does get a good charge attack. Does try to go for boar there. Gonna take the opportunity to take out Blue Scout as well. Of course, the Scout does do bonus damage for Scouts. We've got these villagers here. Won't be able to get a kill there. The King does not have high enough damage. His sword is 16 damage, while these early knights had 19 damage. Going for the charge there. Does get 1 lance hit. It also denies the health regen. This player is not going to try to collect the boar quickly. With a tier 2 trade, these villagers will collect the food very quickly, and also thanks to survival technique. Right now is what, about plus 45% collecting of food from huntables? 10%, so it'll be plus 35%, which is still a significant amount. Additionally, he's pretty close to, if he goes off the other boar, he'd be pretty close to the tier 3 trade bounty. Going for these fortified palisade walls now. We got a good number of crossbows, spearmen, and longbowmen advanced forward. He does have the age advantage. Veteran longbows now being pulled on the field. Going for the high trade house now. Right in that spot I mentioned earlier. Does take out, I think that was a scout there. Blue does have a decent army here. This is Kremlin, but remember the primary town set over here does take a bit of time for those militia to rotate around. He does have 7 charges, so that could be 14 militia that can be called on in. Over here, King elevates forward. Does going to receive a lot of fire there from that wooden fortress there. Archers gains good damage on the spearmen. He's at 1 of the early knights. Early knights just trying to hit those longbowmen. Now come hitting these spearmen there. All the spearmen have gone down. Now these longbowmen could be overran. Going for the early man-at-arms research. We also now have arrow slipping deployed out over here as well. Got the new age now out in the field. Curious how much the high trade house will provide him out. It's probably going to be around 200, I would guess. Longbowman and though that crossbow's alive, but barely. Does pick up a relic there. He's going aggressive with these relic pickups. He does have 1 in his hands. The other ones are, one can be easily claimed by red, the other one's contestable, the other one's safe in blue's territory. King charges on forward. We got Pierce damage not being researched by red to help him make these longbows put some bigger holes in his opponent. And the crossbows gain some much needed health regen from the king. He does have 8 charges on militia, so he can pull out 16 militia whenever he so chooses. But you have this longbowman advancing forward. We got these forces starting to make their way forward as well. Archer trying to engage that longbow. Does find 1 of these villagers there. These villagers need to fall back. He go for a spring golem placement there. He may want to get out 18 militia. Knights see a bit of fire there. Does lose 1 of them. Villagers charging forward. Scout charging forward. Taking the scout there. Spring golem placement going up. Got a decent force here. Going for armor clad. Got 31 versus 40. But it's higher quality for blue with all those knights. He's getting out a wave of crossbows as well. as early knights or regular knights. These man-at-arms are going to be very hard to deal with all their armor being researched. He's now going for siege engineers. Some battery rams would not hurt.
Готово, ясен.
Now we've got this force advancing along the flank. Does have textiles research. Spring Golem placement does connect on one of those spearmen, taking them out. Got banners now being pulled on the front line. More forces over here. Could pull out another battery ram soon with enough wood. Knight or King and Scout advance forward. Scout received quite a bit of damage there. If he's mainly targeted, he can take out the Scout with the talented arrows, but he does not. Aaron's now trying to push his way forward, going out, trying to hit these stables now. Got more crossbows being deployed on the field. Got 4 arrows, 42 on the build queue now.
Построено крепко есть.
These forces trying to make their way forward, trying to torch out the housing. The Reese player does have spare housing. Does get a Drake charge attack there. The Spear did not get any Spear brace there. Archers push way forward. It'd be good for them to hit either anything really. Whether it be longbows or those spearmen. The spearmen knocked down. The longbow could be overran. Battering ram still makes its way forward. The militia could go forward and hit that battering ram. But she is. Some of those archers got peeled off to hit as well. He's on general A move forward right now with the range force. Knights are being focused down. He does have a handful of crossbows in this force, at least 6. Man-at-arms are steeping to fire there, but these archers don't do exactly great damage. These man-at-arms are now up to 7 pierce armor, so those archers will only do 1 damage each. Good health regen aura there from the king. Militia making their advance. They're down to 11 seconds. They're about ready to fall over. All of them is going to die from dysentery. And the militia just expired right there. That's quite a bit of the front line now gone. Blue still has a superior quality of force in the field. Does have a Magnet on the force as well. He has also more numbers. Blue's going to be falling back. Without the militia front line, he doesn't really want to engage. Spawn doesn't really have much of front line either. And it looks like this horse is going to be thrown away. Here's some relics being picked on up. Red will soon have 4. Blue will soon have 1. Watch them out. The Roos wood has been claimed. And looks like this high trade out, so let's do 199. Wait, if he gets enough deer, he will soon get the tier 3, greatly improving their gold income. While red does have a superior number of military units on the field, blue does have a higher quality force. We also have now a wooden fortress going up. A single man armed trying to torch down some of these lumber camps. We do have, looks like 2 pierce armor, no hack damage, 2 pierce damage, and no hack armor, no hack damage for the English player. Just gone for armor, ranged armor. Going from some melee armor would be very useful for his front line to hold better. Blue, however, has gone for the same thing. Pierce armor and pierce damage. Got this force now rotating around, trying to gauge these forces. Blue has now claimed the sacred site there, getting a bit extra gold generation. Agnell's getting a little bit left behind, but that could also mean that they're not going to be focused down as easy. Do now the high armory going on up.
It is it on.
And now the Sacred Side has been captured in the center by red. This one's uncontested at the moment. We have a keep over here, and there's actually 2 gold deposits in this region. Very, very good. This wooden fortress may want to be upgraded with at least a spotting castle watch. Could be upgraded with some other things, but there's enough room for the keep to store away the villagers. But an increased spotting could be very handy, as well as getting both of them upgraded spring golds. Mangonels do have a range of 9, and Castle's arrows only have a range of 8. So Mangonels can outrange castles or keeps. And now we've got Imperial Age for the Roost. Has gone for the High Armory, which is located right here. Going for a good number of siege workshops. Maybe a little bit too many, but this of course allows them to get cheaper siege weapons. Now going for also the improved siege technologies as well, including the banded arms. He's greatly going to increase his range of his spring golds up to 12.5 tile range. We do now this wooden fortress now deployed out in the field. And he's going to go for this palisade gate there so he can force down the battle ram. Lancers or knights are going to be engaged in the knights. Does get great charge attack there on the battle ram there. These villagers need to get on out of there. I think that was a YouTube subscription. Welcome to the YouTube channel. We do now have this keep now receiving quite a bit of fire there. It does have this keep and the wooden fortress pretty much fully garrisoned. The keep now receiving massive amounts of fire there. Needs to get this force over here. Berkshire Castle being put on the field. In the center of the map, that will provide a very good presence in the center of the map. Keep starting to go down. Blue's archer force now base forward. We'll receive some massive Mangonel fire. These villagers are starting to go down as well. That's a good hit there by that Mangonel. And the rest of those forces will be cleaned up. Blue has to be very careful. He's losing a good number of villagers there. He still has a superior number of villagers since he had an extra town center earlier on. Blue's now base over here as well, trying to interrupt Berkshire Castle. If he gets a good volume of these villagers, that would be great. But nope, it's going to just fall back away from the Berkshire Castle. It's not going to try to stop it. We do have these man-arms advancing forward. We've got some of these Schultz now deployed on the field. But they're being rallied forward, so they're getting picked off. Berkshire Castle now deployed on the field. Does have 15 tower range with all weapons. You may want to get some of these other weapons going. Barring the boiling oil, of course. That does not get 15 tower range. Nobody's that good at throwing oil yet. You also got some palings being put out there. Mangonels find a good volley there, gets hits on the longbowman, but Mangonel's not getting overran. Blue's army has disintegrated greatly. It's getting out some more and more Schultzy and horsemen. That's going to be his composition. Schultzy horsemen. That should be very effective versus the crossbow. Longbowman will be so decent against both of those units, especially Schultzy, who only has 4 tower range. 4 tower range. Longbowmen, of course, have a range of 7. Getting some hits there on these stables. Veterans now pushing forward with the Mangonel. Over here, we do have now the Warrior Monk engaging the man-arms. Looks like the Warrior Monk will win out. Blue has some battery rams here, but of course, this is not Age of 2. You can't use battery rams to engage opponents' battery rams. Does set the stable blaze. It does burn down there. Horseman charging forward. It does take out the Mangonel there with the spring golds. Now these spring golds could be very useful against these battery rams, of course. And now some of these Schultz are now getting hit as well. They're expensive, even though they're cheap for a hand cannoneer. Horseman charging forward. He's at this current rate needs more horsemen. We can see more man-arms being put on the field. Schultz advancing on forward as well. Batteries are charging forward, trying to draw some fire. Does not have the wandering town research to give them health regen, as has more health. Spring golds can just be generally a move forward as well. They don't care what to shoot at, though they do prefer some units, but they can at least provide some fire support here. Horsemen being picked apart there. Schultz taking some good damage on these various forces. He does not have chemistry just yet. He's going for biology right now. Batteries a good number of them here, trying to advance them forward, trying to get some good damage. Mangonels do siege damage, they do bypass all those range armor of the battering rams. Villagers are coming forward, trying to force down these battering rams. Got a massive wave of battering rams on field. After all, they are cheaper thanks to the high armory. But right now, blue needs more Mangonels. He's getting more Mangonels on field. Now, it does have this gold being collected there. He's actually pretty low on gold income. There's another gold deposit over here. He does have one sacred site for gold income. Red has currently 2. Berkshire Castle will stop any of these ground forces from really advancing. Let's get some good damage on these battering rams. Do now the wandering town research. Increase the rams health by 50% and give them 2% health regen per second. We got 3 Mangonels now on field. His opponent does not appear to okay, he's getting a good wave of man-at-arms deployed on the field. I don't know where though. Some of these villagers are being picked off by the English villagers. They do, of course, have right now 7 attack versus the 3 pierced armor of the Rus villagers. Plus, it's going to Blue's line for more pierce damage, which he doesn't really have any ranged units at the moment, so he could probably hold off on that, get some other units at the time being. He definitely needs hack damage for his horsemen. That will help out. Mangonel finds an excellent volley there on those red man-at-arms. Takes the man-at-arms, he will be able to hit these backline a bit better. But Red's Mangonels do go down, finds a good volley there on the crossbows and longbows. It looks like it does save those Mangonels from the man-at-arms. Now it's going to be aiming for a counterattack. So Blue is running low on Schultze. Let's push forward with a wave of militia. They just want to need to get trebuchets to engage the Berkshire Castle at the current rate. Berkshire Castle range is quite far, but trebuchets can outrange it by 1 tile. We got siege training crews rapidly increase the teardown and setup times of Mangonels as well as trebuchets and bombars. The Mangonels will be very important in this instance. Looks like Blue's trying to go for a keep here. Red's Villager's trying to retaliate. He does have textiles, both players does. That will provide him some good extra amount of health. But it looks like Red, the ground army is now here to support out the villagers. He may be able to stop these villagers from getting up this keep. There's no siege weapons to really engage the keep when he does get up. He is going to immediately start torching it down. And he does get it built there, and he's getting these villagers from the inside. Only 3 villagers may escape on in. He does not have access to boiling oil. Now it's going to be advancing forward. If battering rams hit that Berkshire Castle, it's going to take an opportunity to use his spade to push to the center. He's even going to advance forward the ground army as well. That's going to be painful. He's trying to save these battering rams. Villagers being brought off the line to hit these battering rams. Red does have superior village mode. Schultze gains good damage there. Berkshire Castle now garrisoned with a lot of extra people. That's a lot of extra arrows it's going to be firing. But here comes the Mangonel volley there. Takes out the keep there. Villagers will not hit with the splash damage from Mangonels, which is very important. Mangonels will quickly splash them all down. We got some hand cannoneers now floated by Red as well. Schultze advancing forward with the horsemen. At the current rate, he may want to get out galloping horse archers. They can outrange longbows with gallop and naval. Schultze now engaging as well. Mangonel finds a slight splash damage hit. Veterans are cleaving through Red's base. Red does have some housing here. Ooh, massive wave of villagers now down. Put them down 10, but still a lot of them idle. And Red does have spare population space for when he starts losing his housing. Blue has a nice little army here. Red, his force is very vulnerable to these Mangonels. He's unable to deal with those Mangonels. These horsemen zone, he's getting more horsemen. Still at full 200 population. Trying to cleave through more of this housing. Finds a volley there. Get some damage there in the archery range. You can use Mangonels to hit these structures as well. Average strokes and mix of everything, one not be that bad if he just holds ground near the mangonels, doesn't shoot anything advanced. He will get the static place with the increased rate of attack speed. Does see a massive volley there in front of the mangonels. Streltsy advancing on forward. Mangonels cleaning through a lot of this infrastructure. Red's now losing max pop cap, but he's currently not at pop cap. Great hit there. Finds some good hits there as well. There's another YouTube description. Welcome to the channel. Pattern Summery 4 trying to clean through more of this infrastructure. The Abbey Kings go down next. Finds a good hit there. His farm line could be next. Finds another volley, and Red does back of the game now. Those mangonels just simply, I think, is what really did the English player in. The Streltsy could be handled at range, but he's unable to deal with the mangonels that kept on dealing with him at range. Either way, this is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.